So we are now seeing that things are getting pretty serious for Dogecoin and other cryptos. And in this video, I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about this market sell-off. So the time since I uploaded my previous video, things haven't improved for the crypto market. In fact, there is some more downward movement for some cryptos, and major cryptos like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum are still on the downside. And as a result, we can see here that the total crypto market cap has also fallen further. In short, everything is red, and as of now, there are no signs of improvement. And as a result of this recent sell-off, the crypto market has dumped more than $500 billion so far. And this market bloodbath led to over $700 million in liquidation as top cryptos bled heavily. Moreover, we are now seeing that Bitcoin has fallen to 6 months low. And this is a major crash for it, as we haven't seen prices like this since July. And now let's see some of the main reasons behind this major crypto market crash. First of all, consumer inflation in the United States has reached new highs, and the Federal Open Market Committee is expected to announce fresh interest rates at its meeting on January 25 and 26. And the Federal Reserve is anticipated to raise interest rates 3 times this year, with increments ranging from 0.25% to 1% by the end of the year. And seeing this, many market analysts believe that rising inflation fears, combined with the new variant surge, triggered a sell-off on Wall Street, which then spread to the crypto market. And another reason is that there is now a growing correlation of Bitcoin with the equity market. And because of ETF and institutional investors, Bitcoin has become more intertwined with the equity markets. And the crypto market has been swaying in lockstep with Wall Street. And it appears that this correlation could have fueled the crypto crash. And the third main reason behind this major crash appears to be the recent news coming from Russia. As stated in my recent video, the Russian central bank has proposed that cryptos should be banned in Russia. However, I like to mention here that this whole Russia thing wasn't a really big story, but the market makers have used that to create these flash crash wicks that have brought down the whole crypto market. And as a result, a lot of the leveraged traders that are trading on leverage are out there. And it appears that they are trying to use this situation to get rich quickly. And they think that Bitcoin and other cryptos are always going up. However, the market manipulators are out there, and they are not going to allow this kind of stuff to happen. So the point is that all these market manipulators have caused this fake crash for Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and others. And I'll share some more data on why this is a fake crash in the latter part of this video. And one important update I want to share is that there are expiration options coming soon, and will be the second highest open interest this month, and the max pain at the expiry is about 43K. And the next most important expiry is going to happen on 28th of January with the max paying at 46K. Moreover, I'd like to remind you again that on January 26th, there is going to be a Fed meeting, and they are going to release the minutes of their meeting and tell us exactly what they are going to do with rising inflation and interest rates. So this is going to be a huge pivotal point for the crypto markets, and I think that we need to keep an eye on it. Now let's give a quick look at Dogecoin's price and its technical indicators. So we can see here that Doge is still not showing any signs of improvement, and it is continuing to trade on the downside just like Bitcoin and others. And if you see its technical indicators, they have all turned bearish. And notably, Doge is now trading below the 20-day simple moving average and exponential moving average. And although everything is looking too bleak for Doge, there are still some positive things happening for it. So we can see here that Dogecoin was the most traded crypto among the wealthiest Binance Smart Chain whales in the past 48 hours. And I think it is a very important and very positive update for Doge, because even if Doge has dropped, major whales are still bullish on Doge. And this is why they are now accumulating it and buying the dips for long-term gains. And now let's come to Bitcoin's price. So as I said before, there are still no signs of improvement for Bitcoin. And we can see here that the relative strength index of Bitcoin has also fallen down. Moreover, its other important technical indicators have also turned bearish. And now we have seen some main reasons why the overall crypto market has crashed. There are some certain catalysts for this sell-off for Bitcoin. So let's take a peek into it. So the first main reason is that we had the macro sell-off on broader markets, and it means that the S&P 500 index was down, Dow Jones was down, and Nasdaq was also down. And we can see here that the S&P index was down like 1%, the Nasdaq was down 1.3%, and the Dow Jones about 0.9% in the last 24 hours. So the thing to note here is that the broader markets are down, and that is one of the main reasons behind this sell-off for the crypto market. And another major catalyst that has pushed Bitcoin on the downside is leverage trading. And we can see here that a number of Bitcoin inflowed onto exchanges before the crash. And this means that the whales knew that this crash was coming. And these whales manipulated the market by loading up their Bitcoin and pushing Bitcoin onto the exchanges. In this way, they were able to sell it before the crash so they could buy it back cheap. So this is yet another indication that this crash has been manipulated by the market makers. And another important thing that I want to talk about here is that it's not looking good for Bitcoin on the weekly chart. And it appears that with this break, we have a serious downtrend structure. And if all markets stay at risk-off, Bitcoin can even go lower from here. So it appears that the coming trading sessions are going to be very important for Bitcoin. And let's see if Bitcoin goes further down or it can get a reversal and go up. But it appears that Bitcoin can show some recovery in the coming days because we are still seeing some bullish data for it. For example, crypto analyst Travis Wright has highlighted that the dormancy flow of Bitcoin has only reached the oversold zone 6 times since 2011. And including the current 14-day stint, the average time spent is 24 days, the median is 19 days, and the longest is 55 days. And he believes that if history rhymes, a local bottom for Bitcoin would come in Q1 of this year. So what he is saying is that we could be seeing the local bottom coming in for Bitcoin, and we have only seen this happen 6 times before. And if this happens again, we can expect to see hopefully a reversal for Bitcoin. And I also think that this can happen for Bitcoin, and this is why I'm still bullish about Bitcoin amid this market-wide sell-off. And now we have a very important tweet for analyst Tech Dev. And he is saying that call it coping, call it hopium, or whatever you want, he is glad to see a break to the downside coming out of the 12-hour volatility squeeze. And he has clearly highlighted those 4 out of the 4 previous squeezes where candles broke the outside bands resulting in fakeouts to create a trend-changing reversals. And he thinks that the current situation may be the 5th time we are seeing a fake out. So what exactly he is saying is that this could be a fake out for Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. And we could start to see a trend reversal to the upside soon. And we can see here that this is the 5th time Bitcoin is forming these patterns. And since we had this 4 times previously, it is highly likely that we could see a 5th time where Bitcoin creates a trend reversal. And if this happens, Bitcoin will start to move up. And that is exactly what I have been saying all along, that we could see a huge bullish trend reversal coming to the upside. And last time we had that Bitcoin hit an all-time high. So it is going to happen sooner or later. And another thing is that it is now clear that we are seeing a fake crash for Bitcoin and others. And as per crypto analyst Benjamin Cowan, liquidation events for Bitcoin with high volume have historically signaled that a support level has been found. And this is why he thinks that Bitcoin can surge to the upside anytime now. He pointed out to the fact that there were similar liquidation events in December 2018, March 2020, and May of 2021, and Bitcoin managed to surge after it. So he believes that despite Bitcoin's recent price drop, he doesn't think it signifies the kind of major capitulation necessary to provide support before the next big move to the upside. And this is why he is confident that Bitcoin will regain positive sentiment during 2022. So this is yet another positive indicator for Bitcoin, and it is now more likely that this fake crash is going to end soon. And once this happens, we will be seeing Dogecoin coming out of this downtrend, and it will hopefully start shedding its recent losses and move up. This is because we know that Dogecoin's price correlation with Bitcoin is pretty high, and this high correlation is going to help Doge move up, following Bitcoin's upward trajectory.